Hello guys, this is Michael from the Board Games Chronicle. Welcome to the third video about Pacific War. We are playing today the third engagement scenario. It will be the Wake Island invasion. Just a reminder, in Pacific War game you have four types of scenarios: engagement, battle, campaign, and strategic. We are playing the first 8 for time being. They are bringing the rules of the game in a small chunks pieces. In the Pearl Harbor, we learn how to do the airstrikes. In Savo Island, we learn how to do the naval battles. And in a third scenario, we'll learn how to do the amphibious assault. Historical background. It is beginning of December 1941, and the Japanese just started the war with US. They are attacking all over the Pacific Ocean and Asia, eastern part of Asia. This particular attack on Wake Island, if I remember, it was 11th of December. 11th of December. Was one and the only one amphibious assault during World War II in Pacific Ocean, which was unsuccessful. So guys, even if we lose this scenario, that doesn't matter. We will learn some really interesting rules here going through that. What do we have here? I put the units in the hexes where they are, but I will definitely would like to make it more visible. So first of all, we have a 2-engine bomber here, the Japanese one. Here we have the task force which is trying to land. You see 3 ships, a battalion of Marines, Japanese Marines, and then 3 ships. And here in Wake we have first of all the Wake fortification, the airbase. We have a Marines battalion, and we have some planes, very few of them. And just a reminder, each plane in Pacific War has 6 steps. So if that has 4 hits, it means it only 2 steps left. If that one has 5 steps, it means only 1 step left. We'll be playing. Let me give you some more information about the scenario. The Japanese will have advantage, that is important, so they will be able to move first before the US player and attack. Then we'll have 3 airstrikes before conducting 1 battle cycle. So that bomber will be able to hit Wake 3 times. And what I will do, I will not go through the full air procedure for those 3 airstrikes. We'll do the full air procedure later on during the turn, so I'll present how do we play it. Look at his range 16. Mark in let's say rule book reminds us many times this 16 is not a range to the target, but to and back. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, fine, because the travel is 7 plus 7, 14. So this is fine. Remember, this range is the travel to the air mission point and back. Okay, what else do we have? The lighting conditions are the day AM, so there will be no impact on any searches and other things like this. And the Allies will also get a single submarine attack against the Japanese task force when it enters the Wake Island hex, because this task force will of course get into this hex. Will be rolling on 0 or 1. Will be able to hit one of those ships. Victory condition is very simple. If we as Japan control this hex at the end of a 1 battle cycle, we win. If no, we lose. Here is our battle cycle depiction. It will be starting from lightning and going through all of those steps. Not each and every of them will be applicable. By the way, what you see here are 4 tracks. That one is for the engagement scenarios. I think that will be for engagement scenarios. That is for the battle scenarios, that is for the campaign, and this is for the strategic scenarios. And this also shows which rules are being used in which type of a scenario. The more complex scenario, the more rules you will use. Okay, a couple of Strategic considerations for this invasion. We have only one battle cycle. This is very important. So that means that we need to go there, land there, fight there, win in order to achieve victory. This fortification, the Wake Island fortification, but the same goes also for two other which are in the game, is treated as a naval unit. What does it mean? That means that if we move with the amphibious assault into the hex with a naval unit, we cannot fight during the same turn. This is a very important rule. You can get it, I think, here in the rulebook, amphibious transport and amphibious assault, 23.8. It's engagement scenario rulebook. I recommend you guys familiarize with this. It's enough to say that if we do not bombard those Wake Island installations, we will not be able to land. In a normal game, and the full game, you would simply, during one battle cycle, go there, and if you did not manage to destroy the Wake Island installation, you would simply wait for the next battle cycle. However, in this example, having only one battle cycle, we need to try to get rid of this installation first. If we do not manage, I will still play further to show you how the game goes. Okay, I think we are ready to start. So before the battle cycle, we have 3 airstrikes against the Wake Island, and we can target the installations, we can target the ground unit. As I told you, we'll be targeting the installation, the fortification, because without this destroyed, we cannot legally land the troops there. So here is our air-naval combat result table. Our unit has only 2 points, so it hits on 0, on 1, and 2. And we'll be looking, just let me see it, bombardment versus installations. Yeah, so here it is. We have bombardment versus installations. We can get some hits. The number of steps for the fortification is 3. Just note that in the rulebook it says 5. It is incorrect. The token is correct. It has 3. Okay, so as Japanese, we attack 3 times. We are doing 3 airstrikes against Wake, and we hit on 0, 1, on 2. Let's see. No. Yes, 0. Okay, so let's look at the 0. This is here, and we go that way, and bombardment versus installations is 2. So 2 hits against Wake, and because this is a critical hit, we have 1 more roll. On the 6 or more, will inflict 1 more hit. Okay, 2. Let's see if 2 does anything. We were pretty lucky, but it might. Yeah, 1. So we inflicted the 3rd hit on Wake Island. That critical hit was very lucky with 0 in the first roll. That really helped us. So the Wake Island is destroyed. The fortifications. But this is only the first step to this battle. We go for a battle cycle, lightning. The scenario says it's day AM, so we don't do anything. Advantage determination. We automatically have advantage as Japanese, so nothing happens. Advantage movement. So advantage movement will be moving here the planes and attacking with them. The naval guys will be moving, of course, here. So first of all, let me move the troops. To avoid congestion, let's assume everybody is here. We have this automatic attack of submarines. Yeah, 0 or 1, we can hit 1. Let's inflict hit, for example, in this ship. it has capacity for taking hits. Probably they would target, this transport. But let's be honest, if we hit the transport, the rules said that if you hit the transport, you also hit those units, and they would be killed. They have only one step, and I would like to show you the whole let's say scenario up till the end. But if we designate that ship as being hit, that's then simply the assault would be over, because this battalion will be destroyed. Okay, and now we have advantage arm missions. So we'll be doing the mission with this ship, with this plane here. Important note, we'll be doing the search. The search is here. As this plane is, approaching this hex, we could potentially search. During air missions, you can search only in the hex where you have the enemy units. So if we have some enemy units here, so on each hex we pass, we will be rolling, depending how far we are and what type of weather it is and part of the day. But in this case, we will be moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here, and we'll be searching only in this place. I'm just double checking my understanding, but I'm pretty sure I have it right. I'm just looking at the search part. Yeah, air mission phase, search. Only mission air units can be target of a search, and they can be searched for only once each time they enter a hex, only by the units in the hex. So here you have 2434 search during the air mission. So let us move here. And they are being searched. Why they are being searched? Because depending of whether they were spotted or no, the flag and cap procedure will be before airstrike or after the airstrike. And maybe this is a good moment to show to you guys this procedure, and tell you why we are doing this. Here is the airstrike procedure. It looks daunting, but it should not be. So we are arriving, we are going toward the hex, the target hex, and if on the approach there are hexes with other air units, we can be intercepted. Then if we are spotted next to or on the hex with the enemy, if we are spotted, the cap procedure and flag procedure will be before the strike, unless we did not cancel the mission. The mission is cancelled if there are 2 hits inflicted on the enemy planes, then such a plane will abort. And if they are not detected, you see the strike procedure is first, and then there is a flag procedure only. There is no cap procedure at all. Cap procedure allows the fighters to pick up and attack the attacker. Flag procedure is, of course, attack from the land. So we look at the search. Here's the, let's say, the range of the search. We will be searching in the same hex, and we'll search for air. And this is during the day. There are different types of values of intel you can get from the search, but from the search for aircraft, all those colors means detected. It's only for the naval, I think, search for forces. It's only for those which differ. Task forces, for air, it simply says if I roll from 0 to 5, they are spotted. If I roll from 6 to 9, they are not spotted. It's just this. Okay, this is from 0 to 5, so they are spotted. So in our procedure, we'll start from cap, flag, and if they still are there, they would be able to strike. Cap, we can do the cap procedure, combat air patrol. So those guys can pick up and attack them. Because this is cap, the attack will be only from this plane toward this. There will be no reciprocal fight. So let us look here. Yeah, our most useful table. So we have cap fight. Yes, cap versus uncoordinated or coordinated. If we have a mission of only one play, it's always coordinated. But if you have more planes, more task forces, more, then you could have like uncoordinated. You need to check for coordination. In this case, we don't have. So this is cap versus coordinated mission. And we shall see they have like only one level, only one step. So 0 or 1 on this cap. 9, nothing. So if we look here, 0 or 1, we look here, and cap versus coordinate is 0. Now, who can do the flag attack? The base. It has, this is in the middle, is the anti-air value. So they also roll or 0 or 1, and we have flag unimproved. The improved flag would be from 1942 or 43 in February, something like this. It's not for sure now. 0 or 1, 7. So no luck. Both cap and flag combat did not do any damage to Japanese planes. They were spotted, they were attacked, but nothing happened. So now we can try to inflict some damage. There is, in the long run game, probably it might make sense to attack the base and at the same time attack the planes. But what we would like to do is to win the ground battle. So we'll be attacking the ground unit. We'll be attacking this 1st Marine Battalion. We have, we should actually take this with us. We have only 2 steps, so we need to roll from 0 to 2. Fat chances, but you know, we get rid of the wake fortifications. Wow, 1. Fantastic. Let's see. So 1 is here, and we'll be looking. This is not bombardment. Actually, guys, when we are attacking wake, we shouldn't look at the bombardment versus installations. We should look at the air versus installations. That inflicted the same damage as we did, but it should be air versus installations. Bombardment is via naval units. Sorry for this. So air versus installations was 1 and 2, and now we have air versus ground unit. We go, this guy has 2, we rolled 1, we go with yellow. This is the troop quality check. So we'll be rolling for those troops here. Their quality is 6, you see, it's 6. If we roll less or equal 6, nothing happens. If we roll more, they will be broken, and it will have impact on the ground combat. Let's see. 8! My goodness. What a lucky day for Japanese. They are broken. Okay, let me take the counter. They are broken. So now the plane goes back to the base. And we move further. We have naval combat determination. There is no naval combat. Nothing happens here, but we have a bombardment. And we can do the bombardment with those guys against those troops. Yeah. The bombardment value on those ships is here. B1, B2, B2, but with a hit. I'm pretty sure that if we have a hit, we would have this reduced. Just checking it quickly. Usually the hits were having impact on everything. Okay, here it will be strength. Naval units damage. Yeah, anti-air, gunnery, torpedo, bombardment. Okay, so those have not B2 but B1. We can try to target those broken units. I would need to double check what happens if we hit twice with broken unit. Does it make sense? Let me see into the bombardment. Okay, I'm back. So in the troop quality check section, it says if the unit making the check is already broken, has 2 or more steps in it, and fails the check, then it immediately loses 1 step. If it passes, and if it has only 1 step, nothing happens. So there is no need to bombard this battalion anymore with the ships, because anyhow nothing more will happen. So we should probably bombard the base. Let's see. This will be bombardment versus installations. This is 1, this is 2, this is 1. 1, so 0 or 1. My goodness, what a rolls. So we have a hit with 1 on 1, so we goes here. 1 hit versus installations. We are lucky, and you see I need to check again, maybe later on, whether we hit also this with those planes. Now we hit with those on 0, 1, 2, 7, and then with those on 0, 1, 4. So let me just check what happens if the base is hit. 1 second, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So whenever we hit the installation like airbase, and we inflict damage here, 1 unalerted plane would also be hit on this airfield. I think because we spotted the enemies, we spotted them coming. We even used these fighters for the cap procedures. They were alerted, already. So I don't think they were hit. Okay, so that concludes the bombardment. There's no demolition, and now we have the ground combat, and that's the most important part of today's learning exercise: how to play the ground combat. The situation is following. Let me put this in the proper order. So we have this battalion fighting this battalion. That battalion, because it's amphibiously assaulting, has its troop quality halved. Normally it's 7, half is 3.5. We round up, so 4. And that battalion is broken, so it has also its troop quality halved, so it is 3. First thing which we will do is check in this troop quality comparison where we are. So attacking troop quality is 4. Defending troop quality is 3, so we will look at 11. 11, this will be that table. We'll be rolling a die, we'll be looking at total strength, and then we'll see what are the losses. The first part is the attacker loss, and the second part is the defender loss. In our case, there are no modifiers to the roll. We would have also some modifiers depending on the size ratio, but our ratio is we have 1 step, 1 step, so this is 1 to 1. We'll be rolling and we're looking at this 2 to 5 steps line. I don't think we have any more things to consider. And so column 11, we always look at this 2, 5, so 0, 1, 0, 0. It will be very hard to win this battle, but probably will also not lose. So a roll to finish this today's presentation. 4, 4, 0, 0. If we had 3, 2, or 1, we at least would have a mandatory retreat for the enemies. Here we don't have. So in essence, the battle will continue. It is unresolved at this moment in time. We didn't conclude it yet, but definitely the result is better than historically. We still have couple of phases in the battle cycle, like airfield repair. If we did not manage to put enough damage to this airfield, it will be automatically repaired. Some other stuff, but other than that, that's all for today, for today's scenario. We played better than historically. We were not immediately repulsed. We didn't won. We don't have a control, but at least yeah, we managed to hold on there. Now we learned today how to do the air missions, airstrikes, how the opponent can react with cap procedure or flag procedure. We learned how to do the amphibious assault. We also did bombardment. We did the most importantly, ground combat between the units. Thank you for today. It was a pleasure having you today here. I hope that it also gave you a good insight in the Pacific War amphibious assault part of the rules. We'll be digesting rules slowly, steadily, step by step. Pretty soon, I will move to the fourth engagement scenario where we will be fighting on land in Burma. Thank you for today. If you like this video, please give thumbs up. If you would like to see more content like this, kindly please subscribe. Thank you for today and take care.